Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Talika, better known as Creating Canvases Makeup. And in today's video, I'm going to give you a 2-in-1 or maybe a 3-in-1. I'm sorry that this voiceover will not be long, but I have been trying to unsuccessfully record this voiceover for like 6 times. And I'm doing it from my phone. And unfortunately, it keeps kicking me out of the app. I do not know what's going on with the iPhone or maybe on the Boost mobile system, but I have been unsuccessfully trying to record this video. So what I'm going to do is let you guys watch what I do in the video, and you can always read about everything that I use, my thoughts, the products, everything on my blog at imtheblushingbeauty.wordpress.com. Please enjoy this natural, everyday, simple look turned into a nice glam look. Basically, you're also getting my 2019 foundation and highlight routine. And I'll talk to you guys later. Remember, be you, do you, and stay blessed. Bye. Enjoy the video. Okay, guys, so from what you've seen, I've already sprayed my face with the Olay spray. And now I'm just basically use my MAC Prep and Prime the Radiant because I want to give myself an extra glow. And now I'm just using the NYX no filter primer to just blur out my pores. My face has been going through the flux lately. Basically just I'm upping my skincare routine because I really want to get rid of those dark marks. But Louisiana weather has been acting bad, so basically I have to up my skincare. And I'm usually oily combination, but I've been going through a dry phase, so I've been using like a heavier cream on my skin. Now I'm shaking up my 2 favorite foundations, which of course is the NARS Radiant, the NARS Sheer Glow, and the Becca Radiant. So I decided that I wanted to try this new, it's something like the strobe cream that I got from MAC, and it has like gold undertone in it, and I want to give myself an extra glow. So what I basically am doing is just highlighting for underneath my foundation on the highest points where the sun naturally hits the face, because I wanted, like, again, I want to give myself an extra glow because we are doing a natural glowy makeup routine and a neutral look, basically just showing my clients, if they're watching this video, what is what is natural versus what is a neutral look. So just before I apply the foundation, I decided just to go ahead and give myself that extra boost of glow. And while my skin is in its dry phase, I can do this without looking oily. So I'm going to take advantage of it, even though it is a pain in the rear. I'm just going to take advantage of it right now and just basically give myself a glow, because lately I've been liking the glowy look versus the matte look. But when my skin is in the oily phase, I tend to put the matte in my T-zone area. Here I'm taking my beauty blender and just working that product into my skin and soaking up the excess. As you can see, the glow already. Now I'm adding my foundation, and I'm liking these 2 mixtures because my NARS is my perfect skin color, but the Becca was a little too light, and the medium deep is a little too dark. So those 2 together gives me an extra natural glow, and my foundation base comes out beautiful. Now here, if you guys follow me on imtheblushingbeauty.wordpress.com, you read my blog, then you know that I love brushes. I'm obsessed with makeup brushes, but I also do not use my makeup brushes for what they are used for. I tend to like to multitask my brushes because you never know when you are in a predicament where you only have a few brushes and you have to execute a look. So here my daughter brought me this Sonia Kashuk brush set that she found on clearance at Target, and I'm taking a small blush brush and I'm using it as a foundation brush to apply my foundation. And once again, I have pores, so what I do is I stipple the foundation in my T-zone or when my pores are more visible, and then I go over it in circular motions, and it gives me that beautiful airbrush finish without having to use an airbrush machine. So I'm just working the product into my skin right now. Basically being careful around my nose, because no matter what I do, it seems like the product always slips. Here I'm showing you the difference of the two foundations mixed together on my skin. I think that's my right side of my face is the one that gives me the most trouble. So here I'm adding on into my troubled area. And I'm going to stipple that into my skin. Now I didn't color correct because, like I said, I'm doing a simple everyday natural look, and most of the time if you're running short on time, you try to skip a step, and usually my steps that I like to skip is the color correcting. I tend to like to add the foundation or concealer into the areas where I need the most coverage. Okay, I'm just working that product into my skin. As you can see, it covers pretty well. So now I'm taking my e.l.f. Beauty Blender, which I'm loving, and I'm going to melt the foundation into my skin as well as soak up any excess, because even though we're going for a radiant look, we don't want to be overly oily or cakey. So I'm working that foundation and melting it into my skin. And as you can see, that MAC cream, which will all be on my blog exactly with the name of everything, and I'm theblushingbeauty.wordpress.com, but it has given me that extra boost for that extra glow to my skin. And I was pretty much, I love the outcome of how it looks. Like I said, lately I've been loving the natural dewy finish, maybe because it is the winter time. Well, out here in Louisiana, it's never winter or what, because it just, our weather is just bipolar. So basically, that's what I'm doing is, like I'm doing, Lord. Basically, I'm just working that product into my skin, melting it so it can look really natural. And again, I will have everything that I listed on my blog at I am theblushingbeauty.wordpress.com. I also tend to tag on Instagram, so the pictures are uploaded on Instagram. Here I am taking, I want to say Medium Beige by LA Girl Pro Conceal, and I'm attempting to give myself a natural highlight. But I will go in with the LA Girl Yellow Corrector and just highlight in the inner part of my face, because I wanted to open that up and look more awake. Lately I've been loving the natural or a more softer highlight. So, I've noticed everyone has been coming on doing their version of a natural look. So this is just basically my version of how I do my looks, especially if I'm running short on time. Now, I will say that when I am running short on time, I tend not to use any cream highlight. I go straight into the powder and just do highlight from there. Here I'm just putting the highlight where, where it will go after you contour. And I'm using my Shop Miss A brush. That is one of my favorite brushes to work the product in. I got that in a set of 8. I want to say 8, and it's the Sculpt brush set. And I ended up buying for me and for my kit. And I'm just taking and I'm patting the I'm patting the foundation. The concealer into my skin, being careful as not to shake, not to move the foundation. And as you can see, it's giving me a natural highlight, and that's what I tend to love. I love the natural highlight. I love these brushes, so I do think I might order some more again, because sometimes when I have more than one client, I don't have time to sanitize brushes in between or have brush cleaners. Even though I have I have some brush cleaner, you want to make sure you have, like, a certain amount of brushes. And then again, like I said, I am a brush fanatic, so I probably get them anyway. Yeah, but see, here I'm working my highlight into my skin, and I'm using pattern motions instead of just circular motions, because like I said, you do not want to disturb the foundation underneath. If you guys want to see how I do a foundation and highlight routine using just concealers, let me know. I do have, my daughter is one of my models. She does not care for foundation as much, so we take and we do most of her looks using concealers, and she loves that. So if you guys want to see how I do that, just leave a comment below, and I'll try to get this video out for you. I do want to apologize for this video being long, but I want to give an in-depth look on how I actually do my foundation and highlight routine. So remember, I told you earlier that I was going to add the LA Girl yellow corrector to open up my eyes. Here I added just a tiny bit, and I decided just to leave it around my eyes. I didn't want to look overly highlighted. I still wanted to keep the natural highlight, but I wanted to look awake. So here I am just working that in with my e.l.f. sponge. Just making sure that everything is nice and seamless and still looking natural and not over cakey. Now, I apologize, I am working from a very small space, and I'm still kind of new to giving out recording and everything. So I am working on better ways to record, and I'm working on my space, and I can't wait to share that with you guys. Now here I'm going to be able to contour and bronze at the same time. I wanted to keep it natural and not overly contoured, but I do go in later with a darker concealer so that I can further deepen the contour in the hollows of my cheeks. So here I'm going to bronze and contour at the same time. When it comes to my nose contour, I like to keep my nose contour as natural as possible. I do not like the line of demarcation. You can see where I started the contour, where the highlight and the contour separates. I like to make that natural, to each his own, but that's what I tend to do. And I like to also contour around my lips to give the appearance of fuller lips. And taking that same Shop Miss A brush, I'm going to work my contour in, as not to disturb all the work that we put in so far. And as you can see, I'm sorry how my light is reflecting. You can see the MAC highlighting, so I'm just loving the fact that I did use that under my foundation. Now, I wasn't supposed to do another voiceover. It was going to be some music playing, but I tend to edit from 2 different apps, so I'm lucky enough to have this app here, and I was like, oh, let me just go ahead and record a voiceover, because I'm pretty sure you guys want to know, what I'm doing step by step. I'm just working that product in, and then later I'm going to go back with my same e.l.f. blending brush, beauty blender, and work it, melt it into my skin, as well as soak up any excess. So as you can see, the warmth is coming back to my face. So here I am taking my Black Radiance banana powder, and I'm going to set the highlight. I tend to like to set my highlight separately, and I like to add a thin layer of highlighting powder, as not to look overly cakey or give me a flashback. I like to start with a thin layer of everything and just basically build my way up, build to how I like, to my liking. I like the Black Radiance. Not only is it affordable, but it melts into the skin pretty well. Now I'm curious about using some more, so I'm definitely going to go shop around for some more highlighting products. I like to keep products in rotation. So here I'm using setting my highlight with the e.l.f. beauty blender. It is for highlighting, but I like to take and use my stuff for different purposes. Just carving out underneath my contour. not going to keep it on too long, so I went on and dust off the excess. And remember, I told you guys that I was going to deepen my contour. So this is what I'm doing right here, and you're going to see that a little of this product definitely goes a long way. I was able to take some of the product and use it to contour those double chins, honey. So a little definitely went a long way. I wanted a more defined contour. And I'm telling y'all, that Shop Miss A brush is like my favorite. I have a couple of favorite brushes that I wouldn't mind. I'm gonna do a separate video showing those. And I also have a video on the Morphe Live Glam, powered by Live Glam, on my brush subscription, and you can read about it on my blog. All of my social media handles and information will be in the description bar below. But basically here I am deepening my contour, and I'm going to work it, I melt it into my skin, with the e.l.f. Beauty Blender. I'm new to these voiceovers. Like, I think I've done one before, but I'm new to these voiceovers, so please just bear with me. I thank you guys for being, so nice and kind.
Make that money, throw it in, booty bouncing, go ahead. Rolls Royce, Lamborghini, Blue Medina, always beaming, rag top, chrome pipes, blue lights, out of sight. Long weave, sold in, say it again, sold in.
So here I'm setting the contour. I'm starting with my nose, and I'm using an e.l.f. blending brush. Not e.l.f., I'm sorry, a Morphe blending brush to contour my nose. I tend to like to contour my nose with a blending brush. It's more precise, and it gets into the hollow of my nose to give me that contoured nose the way that I like. Again, I use my brushes for many different purposes. I just don't stick to just using it just for what it is. And to set that, I use my Anastasia Beverly Hills powder contour kit for medium deep skin, and I tend to like that because it gives me like the perfect finish, or the perfect bronze and contour. So now I'm taking another Morphe brush, and I'm contouring. I'm setting the contour on my cheek, the hollow of my cheeks, as well as further warming up my skin. I love Morphe brushes. Morphe has become like one of my favorite brands. I'm tending to look more lean more toward indie brands. So I'll definitely be doing a separate video on that as well as some black owned brands that you guys should check out and use their products. So here you can see I am just getting it wind down, honey, so we can go on to look number 2. So now I'm taking the MAC Medium Dark Mineralized Skin Finish, and I am setting everything, also diffusing any harshness that has occurred on the face. I'm going to set in areas that I did not set for my highlight or my contour. I want everything to look as natural as possible for this natural everyday look. I'm carving out for the contour so that you can see exactly like where I contoured at, but also not look harsh. Here I'm also taking some of that mineralized skin finish and I'm adding it on my eyes, because when I do a natural, basically no makeup look, I tend to add my setting powder or my finishing powder on my lids. I don't add any eyeshadow. Now I'm taking that powdery look down using my Olay spray, and I am taking a lighter contour powder and I'm using it as my blush. I wanted a natural look blush, and then to be honest with you, I was just too lazy to dig in for by MAC blunt, so I decided just to use something out of my Anastasia Beverly Hills. Now I'm highlighting, and I went in with my highlight from my Anastasia Beverly Hills kit, and then I went back over again with the Patrick Star highlight, from his summer collection. No, from his, I want to say from his summer or spring collection. I was upset because I wanted the whole entire summer box, and when I went in to finally get it, because it really didn't sell at first in my MAC, in my local MAC, it was already gone. So hopefully I'll try my luck on MAC and see if they have any left, because I definitely wanted that that box kit. I bought from all of the collections except from the Christmas collection, but I think I will go get back the glosses. So this is the point where I think I use the Patrick Star to go over, because basically that highlight is very natural on the skin, as you can see. So I wanted something very natural. And so I'm adding it on my brow bone to give me that natural highlight. And adding it to the inner portion of my eye as well. You see how I multitask my brushes? Now here I am adding two different mascaras, because when I do my natural no makeup look, I do not wear lashes. I do not wear falsies. I'm going to use a lengthening mascara to bring out my lashes, because my lashes are naturally long. And then I'm going to use a voluming mascara to add volume to my lashes. As you can see, my lashes are naturally long, and I'm not complaining about that. If I add falsies, or I add when I do individual lashes on myself, it's just to add volume. But they tend to shed, or they grow right back, so I'm fortunate for that. Now I'm just working on getting me some bottom lashes, and they're finally filling in, and I'm happy for that. Now I'm going to take my other mascara and add volume. Next, I'm going to take a Wet n Wild eyeliner, or it could be a lip liner, but I use it as an eyeliner, a nude, because when I do a no makeup look, I tend to use brown on my brown liner on my upper eyes, as well as on my and then I use a nude to look more awake. And when I'm doing a no makeup look, I tend to use just gloss on my lips. I don't go with any lipstick. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just adding a lip gloss. Okay, at this point, I think this is when I switched over into the neutral glam look. So I pulled out the very first Mac and Patrick Star collab palette, because that was definitely a neutral palette, and I started adding the look. My daughter was going to get my keys to go run an errand for me. So basically, this is where I'm starting the neutral look, the difference between a natural look and a neutral look. As you can see, see that the look is getting ready to become glammed up. Now I took a eyeshadow that is close to my skin tone, and I put it all over my lid using my Morphe blending brush. When I tell you those brushes was just working overtime, they were working overtime. Now I'm going to take like a mauve color or brown and start adding on the outer portion and bringing it into my inner portion of my lid, being careful not to bring it too far up, because we want to look, still look natural, but just have, some hint of color. Working it into several motions, I build the color up, and now I'm getting ready to diffuse the color. My goal is to sometimes be able to, when I'm not working or doing makeup, my goal is to find a look, and this is basically my go-to look, so that I can look put together. Sometimes when I'm doing makeup jobs, I do not wear makeup at all, but I want to start doing it, So you can see I am basically building the color up. And if you have a neutral palette, you can use any neutral colors, any browns, any light brown. Basically, you just need a color that's close to your skin tone on your lid, and a medium brown in your crease, and a dark brown to deepen up. And you need a nice soft brow highlight color. And you can add like a pop of color in your inner corner under your eye, but basically right here, as you can see, I'm deciding to stay neutral, because this is what my clients ask for. I'm just checking to see, what it needs. And now I'm adding my brow bone highlight, which is a more golden highlight. Taking those colors under the lid, my lower eye. As you can see, there you go, a neutral look. I went off camera and added some very natural lashes. I am looking to launch a lash line, and these lashes will be available. These are some very natural lashes. They're not overpowering. And I'll be talking about that more in a separate video. I'm pretty excited about that, but I won't talk more until everything is finally, up and done. Here I am adding a brown liner because I want to keep it natural. So during the daytime, it's always wise to wear like a brown liner because it looks natural versus wearing a black liner when you're doing like a smoky eye. So I opt for more of the brown liner, and to cover up that glue, even though it's going to dry clear, and I needed to clean those lashes or whatever. But I'm glad I got a backup, and I'll talk more about those later. Now I'm going in with the volumizing mascara, and adding more mascara to my lower lashes, and my lashes in general. And there you guys go, from a natural look to a neutral look. Now I'm adding a pinky nude lipstick to my lips. I'm currently getting some dental work done. Yeah, I've been having my gap for almost 40 years, so now I'm working on my smile. Now I'm taking my LA Girl brown brow pencil, and I'm lining my lips. Yes, I tend to take and utilize everything. I didn't have too much of a dark, I don't think I have a dark brown liner, so I had to use that. And I'm taking that same MAC lip gloss, which is limited edition, from when Sharon Osbourne and Kelly Osbourne collabed with MAC. Yes, I still have my stuff, and yes, it's in immaculate condition. So now I added that. So you guys, that's the finished look. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. My videos won't be as long drawn as this, but I had to do an in-depth look because it was long overdue. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share this video, tell a friend to tell a friend, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Lamborghini, blue Medina, always beaming, rag top.